For the second time in 2 weeks, a major tornado outbreak is forecast in the south, this time around Dallas. For more, let's bring in CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli. Jeff, there were more than 70 tornado reports last week. What's in store for this week?
I think this one's going to be just as bad, potentially even worse than last week. We got very lucky last week because a lot of these tornadoes, even though there are a lot of them, missed very populated areas. But we can't count on that this time around. So we have to have our guard up because this is just as powerful as the last system. So you can see some storms developing around Dallas. That's where the threat area is tonight for large hail, the possibility of some isolated tornadoes. It's tomorrow that everything comes together. These are the ingredients for tornadoes. This upper level low, it's a cold pool of air kind of spinning around in the upper level atmosphere. That's going to be moving towards the east. At the same time, humidity is going to be moving north from the Gulf of Mexico. The last ingredient, a really strong jet stream in the low and mid levels. Lots of wind shear, so winds coming out of the south at the surface, winds coming out of the west aloft, and that kind of spins thunderstorms around. It's going to be very unstable with, I think, a couple of rounds of severe weather. So let's start as we head through the evening hours. The biggest threat, Dallas, be on guard. There could be some tornadoes tonight, but tomorrow is the bigger deal. Overnight tonight, the first round of rain moves through the deep south and the southeast. Look at that bullseye. That's a 4 out of 5 on the severe weather scale for tomorrow. Very unstable atmosphere, lots of wind shear. And look at all these individual red and purple storms. These are rotating supercell thunderstorms, so they're separate from the cold front. The cold front pushes winds kind of linearly in, so straight winds. But ahead of the storm, these cells are capable and free to kind of twist and turn. You can kind of see some of these kinking. And so as we head through tomorrow afternoon, this is the danger zone. Tupelo, Jackson, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Selma, all the way up to around Memphis and Chattanooga as well. Then the system moves towards the east. So I think we're going to see probably a number of tornadoes, and we could see some very strong, long-lived tornadoes. This is every bit as dangerous as the last event last week.
Well, Jeff, tornadoes are typically measured after the fact, specifically by the amount of damage that's caused. But a new study says that these ratings are significantly underestimating the strength of these storms. Can you explain?
Just a couple of days ago, a new study came out using that right there. This is called the Doppler on wheels. So basically, that's the Doppler radar, extraordinarily powerful within a few miles of a storm. You can see in this particular picture, it's looking at a storm with a tornado. So it can get really high resolution data. And what they did was they looked at reports over the course of several years, and they tallied all the tornadoes and then looked at the damage assessments from those tornadoes. So what they found is tornadoes are significantly more intense than previously thought by about 45 miles an hour. So we've been underestimating these storms by a lot, by 1.5 categories, which is pretty amazing. The Dow radar has about 1,000 times the resolution of radar on the ground. And so they compared it against these damage estimates. And what they found is that about 20% of supercell tornadoes are EF4s and EF5s. So those are the strongest tornadoes, as opposed to what we thought. The official data says that only a few percent are EF4s and EF5s. So the bottom line is tornadoes are more dangerous than we thought they were. So take the event tomorrow very seriously.
All right. Good words. Jeff, thank you.